Oh my goodness. Okay. I think we are live. Hey, everybody. I believe we are live. I'm going to try and put a comment in, possibly. We're going to craft tonight. So if you're joining me, let me know that you're here. Hey, Annette. I am posting a code. Hopefully I can post a code in both places. Maybe I can't. Don't know. I will just repeat it over and over and over again. We're going to craft tonight. We're going to chat. I'm going to try and monitor the comments. But I was feeling the need to craft. So here we are. We're going to craft. I'm going to make this cute little kit. This guy. This one belongs in my ladder, which I have neglected. It still says hello spring. That's how busy it's been. So how are you, Annette? We'll see how creative I can get with this thing. I sort of picked a color palette ahead of time, so I wasn't racing all over the place. But this goes into my ladder, which I'm staring at. It's across the room, so that's why I'm looking across the room. And that's where this belongs. And I thought, if I do this little sunflower gnome girl, she should carry me into the fall. So that's what I am hoping for. So I'm going to turn my cameras down. Still distracted by the doggo. I love it. Love it. My doggo is here too. She's also distracting. Hey, she's right here. She loves to craft. She loves to craft with me just as much as everybody else does. So we are launching our summer. I guess our summer savings event is starting tonight. So I put the code in the YouTube. I cannot figure out how to post a code in the chat for those of you who are watching on TikTok. So the code is live1325, and that will save you 25% on all of our kits that are currently on the website. So that is a huge savings. All of our summer things, we're gonna roll those out. So I'm gonna turn my cameras down so you can see what it is that I'm creating tonight. Hopefully, we'll do one at a time. And if you're joining, let me know where you're watching from, because we would love to. I'd love to chat with you. This one doesn't want to work. There we go. There we go. That's better. Perfect. So I'm going to work with a bunch of paint tonight. Sunflowers are timeless, for sure. I totally agree. And I feel like this sunflower will carry us into the fall, because I'm not likely to get something really fall related to paint on here. So I'm working with, this color is called Nightfall. And I'm going to do my background in Nightfall. I thought I like a blue background, so that's what we're going to do. I think it'll make my oranges and my yellows stand out a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the background first, just so that it's good and dry, because I'm likely to have to do more than one coat, and I'm going to want to do some embellishments, or not so much embellishing as distressing, we'll say. Distressing. So Unfortunately, I am unable to see. It was a last minute decision to go live on TikTok as well. So I can't really see comments because of the angle of the phone. So if you are watching, I would love to say hi. And I know that the algorithm in the other two places doesn't really love a YouTube link, but unfortunately, they have decided that they're no longer going to archive live content. So I'm not going to go live on the Book of Faces anymore because all of my content just disappears, which is not cool. So here we are. So I said we would do like a life update. I would love to know what you're up to. I'm going to share a little bit. How has the summer been? What have you been up to? What are the highlights so far? Let me know. This space has been full of camp kids and they are having a blast, that's for sure. But it means that I'm working from home, which is kind of fun. It's a good thing because Miss Addison went and broke her leg. So I got to be home with her for sure. I need a paintbrush. This color is almost out, and I'm gonna get as much out of the jar as I possibly can. Hey, come on over here. Crazy dog. Crazy dog. I would love to hear if you've been crafting or if you've been creating in some way or if you've picked up a new hobby. It'd be kind of fun. The paint is drying super quick, which surprises me because it's so humid out. It is so stinking hot out there today. So hot. I won't be sad to see cooler fall temperatures join us. I'm gonna need lots of paint for this background, I think. Probably gonna need a second coat at least. I love this shiplap detail on this kit. This one is actually on the website right now under ladder inserts. So you could totally snag this one at the sale price, which I have activated that coupon for the next 24 hours, by the way. So you can't sleep on it. You're going to have to use it right away. Hello, Miss Addison. I should have made you a moderator on TikTok because I cannot see comments. I can see on YouTube, but I cannot see on my phone. Ooh, got something there. When I use the paintbrush, I like to use the paintbrush for this large surface, but I'm going to go back and scrape out those lines, the shiplap lines, because they do get full of paint. So I'm going to grab a barbecue skewer so that we can scrape those out. Or a toothpick, one or the other. It looks like there's people popping in and out, Addison. I'm sure. I like to do this while this is wet. Don't wait until it's dry because it's really hard to scrape it out for sure. But just a little barbecue skewer or a toothpick will run through those scored lines and we'll get all that paint out of there so that you can use the paintbrush, or sorry, the paint roller to paint this guy and get a nice even coat without risking losing your shiplap lines, which that's a little bit better. You can see those now. If you are watching us, no matter where you're watching, I would love to have you like the video, comment, share, please. It helps us so much. I am going to make every effort to get back on these platforms and craft with you on a regular basis because I know that you like that. And things have calmed down just a little bit. We've been able to build a team, which is fabulous. And so it's freeing up some brain space. I was approaching burnout. I'm not going to say that I'm all the way out of it at this point, but I needed to take some time. So I'm going to set that aside and let it dry because right now it's super uneven. You probably noticed that when I showed you, it was really uneven. And that's just because parts of it are dry and parts of it are not. So I'm going to move on and I'm going to paint all of my little pieces because I have all of these guys to do, all of these little bits and bobs. So I'm going to get some paint out, move my blue out of the way, and get on to another color here. I do have 2 loyalty draws to do tonight as well, so stick around for those. And if you're unsure of what that is, well, let me tell you. We do a loyalty draw every month, and Addison, your dad is tired. That's why he's snoring. You silly goose. Oh my God. Hopefully he doesn't watch the replay on this and sees you calling him out. Oh my God. Now I lost my train of thought. What was I even talking about? Loyalty draws. So I have been drastically behind. So I am going to do June and July tonight. June and July is where we're at. We are behind. This is dried up. I need to open this up. So we'll get those done tonight as well. So what that is, if you come and participate in a class here, your name automatically goes into the draw. And every month we give away 2 $50 gift cards to be used in the store or at a class or at a retreat. And any of that, the gift cards can be used for anything that we do. So you can always do that. Are you in one of the draws? I don't know. Did you pay to take a class? I don't think you did. So I'm actually going to combine a couple of colors here tonight. I'm going to use, this is yellow wellies that I just put down, and I'm going to add fresh mustard. I don't love either of these colors on their own, so I'm going to blend them a little bit so that I can get the color that I want. I wanted a darker color on the hat and a lighter color on the dress. So that's where we're gonna blend away here. The dog's after something and I'm not really sure what it is, but you did the soap class. You sure did do the soap class. You're right, buddy. But oh, that's better. I'm not going to mix up a whole ton of this color. I'm okay for it to have some variation. And I'm just using my sponge on this. I don't want those score lines to disappear. So I'm just gonna sponge away and make sure that all of that detail of the sunflowers stays. I don't want them covered. So, and then I'm going to use each of these colors on their own in different spots on this. Some on the flower and some on the dress. So we will separate it out. So if you are looking for the kits that I have said are on sale tonight. I'm sorry, I can't figure out how to get something up on screen for you to let you know that that's happening. But all of our summer kits are on sale tonight, actually for the next 24 hours. Everything is on sale. So if you go to the website, which is pinned on our profile or in the comments, then you will find all of our DIY kits. They can be shipped or you can pick them up. If you are local to Belleville, you can just stop in and pick them up once they're ready. They all come complete with paint and glue and sponges and brushes, everything that you need. And they're all on sale, 25% off. And I'm not releasing that code to anyone but the watchers of this video. And the code will be live for 24 hours. So it won't be for anybody who sort of catches the replay outside of 24 hours. So it'll be more for those who are watching. I think we're going to do that regularly moving forward, just for a little bit more incentive to actually watch live. So that way you can get it. You're back. What did you miss? I don't know. Where did you go? You're stuck on the couch, so I'm not sure where you're going. And we're painting the sunflower. I'm using yellow wellies and fresh mustard to sort of blend these two colors right on my piece so that I get somewhere in the middle. I don't really want it entirely fresh mustard, although I love that color. I'm going to use a combination of both. Annette, if you're still watching, have you done any camping recently? I don't know what you've been up to. I know you've been up to lots with the doggo. He's adorable. Keeping you very busy, I'm sure, with walks and things. Thanks for much for all the shares over on TikTok. I appreciate it. If you didn't hear me, that code for tonight for shopping is live 1325 1325. This is coming out nicely. Just a bit of a blend. I love sunflowers. I love them for fall. I do, like, it's hard to know what to craft in August. Like, everybody's going back to school, but I don't know. Back to school is not a place where I do a ton of crafting. So, oh, you were texting your friend. Okay, cool beans. So I'm just going to do some shading with these two colors and get that blending. But again, I use the sponge because I don't want to lose those laser lines like that. So I want them to stay put. So that's why I am using a sponge. So I'm not getting too much paint on my piece, and those laser lines those engraved lines are not going to disappear. So if you are watching, what kind of crafting do you do in the month of August? I don't know. I'm already like Halloween and fall and pumpkin spice and all the things, but it feels too early. Hey, buddy. Bailey wants to craft. She's sticking her nose in. She would like to join us. I'm going to get paint on you. I'm going to get paint on you. Huh? Yes. She's missing it here. She hasn't been here because of camp. So she likes to come whenever she can on the weekends when I am here, when it's my turn to work the store, and at night, like when there's classes at night. But lately it's been pretty quiet. I know summer is a busy time for people. Got to enjoy the weather while it's here, but I can't wait for my fall crafters to come back. We've got a bunch of new stuff planned. I can't wait to share it with you. Hopefully later this week, I'll go live again. I don't know whether I'll be able to craft again, but I'll try and go live again and share what we got coming up. If you guys like the live thing, I'm happy to do it. Okay, so hat is done. I might do some further distressing on that. I'm not loving that big patch of mustard in the center. See if I can blend that out a bit. That looks better. Much better. I'm going to keep that just here because I'm going to do my dress next. Oop. There we go. I'll do the hair after. I'm thinking I'm going to go with just the light. I could use my roller again, but it's just as fast for me to do it with my sponge. So I'll do it this way. Dabbing, dabbing, dabbing. So much dabbing. If you are watching and you are in the comments, let me know, what's your favorite kind of craft? What have you been up to this summer? Have you been bracelet making or crocheting or painting or resining? What kind of crafts have you been doing? I'd love to hear. If you attended any good classes lately or taught yourself how to do something new, you or the kids. We have done 2 new classes in the last week. We did this new faux resin, resin class that creates faux stained glass, which looks really cool. And the results have been awesome. People are really, really happy with it. And I'm really happy with the results. The last class was this past Friday night, and we upped our game even more and started adding alcohol ink, and it looks so good. Maybe I'll do that live one day so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But it does. It looks really, really good. This paint is drying so fast tonight. Oh my gosh. I may have to do a second coat all the way around on this one. I think the hat looks okay. And I don't mind the burnt edges on here at all because I just feel like it adds to the distress, which I love. And it's sunflowers, so that totally makes sense. It has darker edges. Super, super cute. Just needed a little bit of a creative break. I didn't teach anything today, but, that's wrong. I taught the camp kids how to resin. That was interesting this afternoon. I taught them how to sequin. They made some bookmarks yesterday and they had to create their own pattern. So kind of like in pixels. And then they sequined sequined, I don't know if that's a word or not, sequined their own bookmarks, creating their own pattern and then putting it in sequins on a bookmark. And then today we added a coat of 2-part epoxy resin. So they learned how to do that and they were all pretty excited. Not too many spills. They were great. Kids were listening really, really well. It was awesome. So then tomorrow we'll do the other side so that it's fully resined, and then I'll probably have to drill out the holes because I'm pretty sure we got resin in the holes for the tassels. So we'll have to do that for sure. So this is gonna look good. It's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna do all of my yellow pieces, like my yellows. I'm gonna layer on a little bit of brown on this one, just because I want a darker center for this guy. And these 2 pieces are gonna layer like this. So I think what I'm gonna do is get my mustard all the way around the edges, and then I can layer in my brown in the center, a piece of. And I'm not changing out this sponge. I still have my yellow wellies on this sponge. These guys up out of the way. But we're gonna put this on here. And if there's some variation in the color, that's okay. Because my sunflower would have a dark center, really dark in the center, and then would fade out into the orange and the yellow. So it's totally fine. And I'm just going to use the edge of my sponge to create sort of those little, the seeds, the illusion of the seeds in the center of my sunflower here. And then I'll go back in with some more of that mustard color to brighten up the outside. And this is the center. This is the leaves. So it'll be on like this. So I'm not too worried about it being primarily brown, because the outside leaves are going to be this mixture of mustard and yellow wellies. So I get a little bit of texture, a little bit of shading, a little bit of variation, as most sunflowers would be that way. This one's going to paint up pretty quick, I think. I don't think that shiplap, I'm looking at it, I don't think it's going to need another coat, so, which is great. There we go. Are the kiddos excited to go back to school? I don't know. I don't think mine are. Avery's still away at camp, so she will be back. Addison's on YouTube watching, so we'll have to ask her whether or not she's excited to go back to school. She, if you didn't know, she fractured her leg 2 weeks ago, so we've been trying to manage on crutches and all of those things. So, and trying not to leave her alone too long at home because of the stairs. So just a little bit of an adjustment, I think more for her than for us. So, but it means she's going to have to go back to school wearing a cast, which I don't think she's very excited about. But now that she has the cast on, like her real cast, she's not in as much pain. Oh yes, I like this a lot. And it's gonna go on to that light yellow dress. So I think that's gonna look great. You guys can't see that. My TikTok friends, that's where we're at. kind of looks good. The little bit of brown, we'll let those two dry out over there. I'm going to do the boots in brown as well. I don't know what color to do her hands. I'm going to have to mix to do her hands and her nose because I don't have a good flesh colored paint. So I'm going to have to mix something. But brown boots seems appropriate in this color scheme. So I'll get these done. There we go. I will get to those draws. I'm going to try and craft first, and then I will turn the camera up and do the draws. So if you missed it earlier, we do loyalty draws, old school. I know I could do points and cards and all the rest of it, but all that stuff costs money, and we're trying to keep things nice and frugal. So we do it old school. You come to a class, you put your name in the draw. That's as simple as it is. If you leave us a Google review, I put your name in the draw again. We've gotten some really great Google reviews recently, which is awesome. I am loving the impact that being creative is having on you and your friends and your mental wellness. It is totally worth it to take a moment and fill out that Google review, because I know firsthand people have told me, oh, I saw your business on Google, and that's how I decided to come here. So it totally works. So you don't have to do anything. You just have to write the review, and then I put your name in the draw again a second time. So easy peasy for that. Beautiful. Boots are done. I think these are the, she has like little shears, garden shears. And so I don't need to paint the bottoms because I'm going to do all of this sort of silver. So I'm going to do the handles in the brown. So I'm going to get all of I like to batch my colors, if that makes any sense, just because then it's just done. So I'm going to do everything that's brown. I did everything that was yellow, and then I'll move on to white and flesh tones. And I got some green. I got to do some green on here as well. So I will get those on here. I'm hoping that if there are comments on TikTok, I'll be able to see them after, because this whole live on TikTok thing is new to me, and I just threw caution to the wind and away I went. But I cannot, because of the angle of my phone, I can't see if there's comments. So hopefully I will come back to them. I will come back to them if I can see them. That didn't sound right. All right, brown. I think I want to do this all like a slate gray or silver. So we're probably going to mix both. I am painting on a piece of tin foil. I'll get my head strapped on straight here in a second. I just find this a little bit easier with the sponges for mixing and blending. So just having the sponge, I don't know. It's a new technique for me. I saw another creator do it, Chris from Sawdust Makery, which is where a lot of these files have actually come from. These are not my files. I purchased them, and then we can sell the kits. Anyway, I have been watching her paint recently, and she's got some great tips to share. So, and I'm loving the effect that it has. So that's what I'm doing. I am going to do some silver up here. I did a sort of a slate gray base, and then I'm going to do silver on the actual shears. And then this round piece is meant to be like the mechanism. Oh yes, I'm liking the sparkle that that's giving. So I don't know if you can see that sparkle. Definitely some sparkle there. I'm going to do this as well in that sparkly color. And then I'm probably, I don't know, I might go back in and do some black on the center, maybe. We shall see. Yeah, I like that. Just going to go right there. So you can see that. Love it. Fabulous. I will shoot out an email to our subscribers with a link to this video after it's done, and share that savings code with them, just so that they have got the advantage. If you're not a subscriber, you should be. All the things. Subscribed on YouTube, subscribed on or liked on TikTok, all of the places is a good idea. But certainly to our email marketing list as well, because that's where I send out all of the savings coupons. That's where they go. So I'm going to do a little bit of green. I think we need some green on this guy. I'm going to go back, I think, and do a little bit of shading with this one. So I'll get this on here first, and then I'll come back in and do some shading afterwards. This is, what color is this? This is a DecoArt Americana. It's called Leaf Green, if you're curious. Our supplier, our Canadian supplier of this DecoArt paint, is no longer going to be in business, which is really, really sad. So I'm trying to find another supplier. Stay tuned for more on that. Yeah, some crazy things are happening in the world these days. So we're just going to try and roll with it as best we can. Oh, I'm like, where does that hair go? But I dropped it on the floor earlier. Got it. So I pulled out whites for the hair, but I don't know. I think I might do cream. We'll see. How's it going? It's going. Where did you go? Did you go for a walk? Did you go for a walk? Bailey's right here, right into the thick of it, wanting to know what we're doing. Hi. Hi. I can't paint with you like this, though. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, it was an immediate need. Oh, I totally understand. Totally get that. How is he doing? He's so adorable. Ouch. Yeah, I think I'm going to like the cream with this as opposed to a stark white. So a happy camper. That's awesome. That's super awesome. Have you done more camping? I was hoping to camp this summer too, at the end of the summer, but Greg's got some time off and Avery will be home from camp, but Addison went and broke her leg. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that. I don't think it's going to be any fun for her if we go camping while she's in a full leg cast. So maybe we'll do it in September. The weather is always super warm, so maybe we'll just probably be easier to find a campsite in September. So maybe we'll see. We'll see what the fall brings. He's spoiled. Love it. Oh, fun. Is it a private campground that you're going to? Or like a provincial park? I was going to try tent camping again, actually. We don't really have any other option. I looked at trying to rent someone's trailer, but it seemed a bit, I don't know. There's just so many scams out there. That's your level of comfort. I'm with you, man. I need a bathroom and a shower. And I need it to not be 1,000 degrees, to be honest with you. It's way too hot for me. I could not function in camping right now. 100%, I could not. I'm loving this little gnome girl. She's adorable. So these pieces are all done. We're going to assemble this in just a moment. And I'll show you how it all goes together. But I need to create, oh, your RV has AC. Oh, that's glorious. But it's rough. I would go by myself in your RV. Maybe we should go together. You, me, and the dogs. How's that sound? All right, I am mixing cheesecake and Ooh La La because Ooh La La is too pink. It's also jammed. It's way too pink. But I need a little bit of color in this cream in order for, I'm looking for skin tone here. I don't know. I might have to add a little bit of brown too to get it to where I want it to be. Oh my golly, this guy is not cooperating. And I won't be able to get these lids off. Oh, I lied. With this, look at how thick this paint is. This mineral paint is so thick. Anyway, I'm gonna blend here and see if I can tone down the pink using my cream. It seems to be working. I don't want it. I need a contrast to her cream colored hair, but I don't want overtly pink nose and skin. So I think I've got it. I think this will work. Don't think it matters what side of the nose I do. So just enough of a contrast. Against her hair. Yeah, that'll work. It's probably hard for you guys to see on camera, but I will, of course, do stills afterwards, after it's put together, and post the stills as well on the Facebook page and on the Instagrams for you to see. If you're not following us there, you should be. I know I'm on TikTok and I've got all sorts of people sliding in. I can see the numbers, but I can't see the comments. So if you're not following us in those places, you should be as well. And there we go. So those pieces. And then with my sponges, I will just go and wash them. And if they get really ratty and bad, I just throw them out. She can't chat. Why can't she chat? 100%, Annette. Skin does come in a whole lot of colors. This girl could have been brown. She could have been dark, but I did do her boots brown. So yeah, she certainly didn't need to be this white. My gnome did not need to be this white. That's for darn sure. Yeah, I don't know if the issue, I think you have to be logged in. You have to be subscribed and you have to be logged in on a Google account if you want to be able to comment. I believe that is the dealio. I'm going to start assembling some of these pieces, and then I'm going to add some, I'm going to add some distressing to the backer. So I'll do that as well. I'm just using, we have gone to straight wood glue. We used to use CA glue or Gorilla Glue, or I don't know why I can't think of the other name, super glue. However, it's instant bond, and we were getting a lot of mistakes. We were getting a lot of stuck fingers. Well, I'm going to guess that as well. She has a Gmail account. I think she just has to be logged in, but not a big deal. It's okay. Hi, Ashley. As long as she can watch, that's all that matters. I'm glad she's able to watch. I had to pull off of Facebook. I don't know whether I told all of you this or not. Like, all of our content used to be on Facebook, but Facebook has decided that it's no longer going to house. It's no longer going to archive content. It's just going to delete it. So, and I can't do that. I probably am going to regret that. Let's start assembling on here, because we need the backer. I need this stuff out of the way, and then we'll do the embellishments afterwards. We will do this is all dry. It dries super, super fast. And I don't think this backer needs a second coat. I think it's great the way that it is. So we are going to start assembling. I'm going to put it on dry first. I always recommend that you do that because I don't necessarily know the correct spacing. So I'm going to do this way first, and then I'll just pick up each piece and put them down where they belong. But I'm pretty sure that I need top to bottom spacing for the boots, and I want to make sure that she is centered and straight. I'm going to put the leaves down here, and I'm going to add the embellishments afterwards, and I'm going to put her little shears over here. Just like that, I think. Straight is overrated. Haha. I absolutely would agree with you. 100%. However, if I put this up on the wall crooked, somebody's going to comment. So, all right. So just a bead of glue. The one thing I do caution with wood glue is it doesn't dry clear. So you don't want it to squeeze out the sides. Definitely not, because then you will see it. So just a bead of glue, and then press and hold to get a nice little bond there. If you've got pieces that are popping up at all, you can always add something heavy. I've done that before. I've also used clamps before. If it's all the way out to the edge and something's deciding it wants to pop, then I will just do that as well. But my ladder stays inside. If your ladder's going outside, then I would certainly recommend the outdoor wood glue, because there is a difference, and we want to make sure that it's protected from the weather. That's cute. Put the nose on, because I already did get some glue up there. This thing is so cute. I don't even know where the hands go. We'll figure it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my embellishments afterwards. You can embellish your pieces or highlight or distress, whatever you want to call it, while they're loose. I like to do it when it's all assembled. my eye just likes to see it all together before I decide where I'm putting or where it's needed. So that's why I choose to do it that way. It's completely up to you. The one downside to using wood glue is it does take about 30 minutes for it to fully set. So if you are, you're going to want to leave this on your craft table, or just be careful with it if you're taking it home. Like if you were doing it here, you'd want to just be careful with it because things will slide. So don't put them vertically because the stuff will slide. Leave it laying flat. The boots are cut on a bit of an angle, so I know where they go on the dress. Starting to come together. So in the center goes her sunflower. So I'm going to put this together first. Oh, that is 2 pieces. I painted it together because there was a piece holding it. The laser didn't cut all the way through. So it was holding it all together. But those score lines are great because it tells you exactly where to put it back down. So they're there. And then I'm pretty sure that looks right to me, somewhere in that vicinity. So that's what we'll do. We'll get this on here. Just enough contrast in that yellow and that mustard between her dress and the sunflower. So that looks lovely. But you could have done any color. Like, that's the nice thing about these craft kits is you can make it whatever colors you want. Oy, oy, oy. And if you don't love the hands, don't put them on. It's not a big deal. All right, that is all assembled. That was easy. That's how easy that comes together. It's awesome. So I'm just going to grab my brush. I spit out way too much of that blue paint. I'm going to use my sponge and brown paint. Come back down in here. That barbecue skewer is going to be the death of me. Just get some of that paint off of there. I don't want a lot on. That's why I'm dabbing most of it off. And then I'm going to go in just on my edges of my background. Of my background square, that is. And you can do this or not. It's completely up to you, this whole distressing. You can add as much or as little as you choose. I like the way it gives a little bit more dimension. I'm going to just keep turning my square because it's easier for you to see. And I'm not adding any more paint on my sponge. There's plenty on there. Just going to get that all the way around all of the edges. You can even go, like you can do, again, as much or as little as you'd like. I may also do some on her dress. So she looks like she's been out in the garden. Bailey. Can always go back. And if it's too much, you can also go back with your original color and cover it up. There's no mistakes that can't be fixed. I'm going to go a little bit on the hat. And you don't have to do it all the way around. Maybe it's just creating a little bit of a shadow. So I'm just going to do one side. So if you missed it and you're joining me, I don't love how that looks. So I'm going to go all the way around. The code for tonight is live 1325, live 1325. And that code is valid for 24 hours on any kits. It probably will work on classes too. I didn't specify. So if you are looking to save a little bit and get yourself into a crafty class or to get yourself a kit, you're definitely going to want to use that code. It's only, I won't be putting it in our regular social media feeds, just for the purposes of our live. So if you're watching, it looks different sideways. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll show you closer too. I want a little bit of this white. So I'm squeezing out, not white, cream, because I'm going to do some highlights on her boots. So there you can see all of that distressing on her dress and around the outside edges and on her hat. I might actually go in and do a little bit on the hair, but I'm unsure at this point, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to use, where am I? I'm going to use an angled brush. I'm going to get my brush wet. Get my brush wet a little bit. And I'm going to load up my brush with this cream paint. Get a little bit of it off. I don't want too much on there. But I want my brush to be nice. This one might be too, oh, we'll see. I could not find any of my good brushes, and this one might have too many wild bristles, but maybe not. Too late, we're going for it. So normally I would do this with a paint pen to add these sort of highlights, but I am pressing my skills with my brush, trying to challenge myself. This is not a great brush to do this with. I would have preferred a much finer line, but that's okay. Here we are. So a little bit more on the veining of these leaves. Again, I'm just adding a little bit of detail, and you don't have to do this at all. Your piece will look fabulous without any of this. This is my crafting session and I am trying to up my own skill level, just like y'all are doing. And so I'm challenging myself with some brush work, although I should have skipped it because the brush is not great. But I'm going to use the back of the brush. Just give her boots. I just want her boots to have like a little bit of detail. That's all. So they don't look so flat. And so that's all I'm doing. Might go in with this pink. I don't know my own. I don't know. I don't follow my own advice. Like know when enough is enough. Off to the edge here. Oh, there we go. That looks not too bad. It's super cute. I love it. Anyway, it is not going to be everybody's taste for sure. That's the best part about these kits. There are so many to choose from, and you decide which ones you love. I just wanted something to paint and so that I could change out my ladder because it currently says Hello Spring and it definitely needs to be changed. So I needed to get that done. But that is it. I will hold it up for you. I'm going to change the camera angles. And then we're going to do some draws. Yeah, I've got so much to tell y'all. I need to come on here more regularly. There we go. We'll get this up. Here we go. Fabulous. So that's what she looks like, all done. It looks great. For reference, these are 11 inches square, and they fit our interchangeable ladders. So there is always a wide selection of square inserts for your ladders available on the website. You can order them and have them shipped, or you can order them and pick them up here in store. We do not keep a ton of stock. We are very limited for space. So as you order them, we have them cut. So there is about a 2-week turnaround time. A little bit longer right now with this heat because the laser is not in an air-conditioned building, and it's a little bit slower. We can't push it too much. So the laser does require a chiller and all of these things. It's very technical. So anyway, but so that's how we are processing these orders. So, oh, thanks, Annette. I do love the hat and the flowers. The flowers engraved in that hat are super cute. One of the things I love about these laser pieces is that you get that detail and you don't have to paint it on. I don't have to have super great drawing or painting skills. The laser just does it for me. So let's do a draw. So these are, I have a bin. I'm going to tip them out into the bin. So these are all of June's. There's a lot of them. Which is great. We had an awesome month. I will open these all and read them because I do ask you 2 questions on there. I ask you your favorite thing about your class, and I ask you for any areas of improvement that would make our space or your experience that much better. And I do take those to heart. I read every single one of them. In the last couple of months, we've had some really valid suggestions, like it would be nice to have music, and could you bring gluten-free snacks? All good things. I love it. I welcome any and all feedback for sure. So I'm just going to make sure that none of these are stuck together. We're going to draw 2. We always give away 2 $50 gift cards, so that's what this is for. If you're not able to, oh my gosh, I don't know what that was. Perfect. I dropped one. Sorry, squirrel. Your gift cards do not expire. That's what I was going to say. So you can use them whenever you would like. You can give them away to someone else. So I'm going to draw the first one. Normally I have somebody else do this for me, but the first one goes to Tara D, who was here for a class in the month of June, and she is a winner. So I will be sure to reach out to Tara and let her know that she's won. And we'll do another one. Reach down in here, Bailey. You should be able to do this for me. And then the second one for the month of June was Donna. So that's super fun. Donna C won as well. So I'll keep both of those aside and I will reach out to them and let them know that they have won their gift cards. And then I'll read all of these so that I can find out what you've got going on, what kind of feedback you have for us. Summer is coming to a close and we are headed into August. Before you know it, Christmas will be here. We've got lots planned for the fall. There is a retreat coming. The details are coming. I'm going to keep all the details under hat for right now. It just took a little bit longer to plan this year. So I've made some changes. You'll hear all about it. So if you are interested in a weekend getaway with us to create and craft, meet new friends, socialize, relax, recharge, all of those things, you're going to want to be on the subscription list because that's the only way the information goes out. Okay, this is July. These are July's. So July was a little bit quieter for us, a little bit quieter a month. Our days are full with camp. So there wasn't as many people crafting in the evenings or on the weekends, but that's just as important to us to have some space for the adults to come and create as well. So this is where we're at. And I think there were a couple classes, honestly, where I forgot to put out the ballots. So I gotta get a better system for that. So anyway, let's draw 2 names for the month of July. All of the Google review entries have already been put in here. Jen Storms, congratulations, Jen. Jen will be excited. I just gave myself a paper cut. Oh, that's no good. All right, one more for the month of July. And then August, obviously, we'll do August when we get there. Ida. Oh, awesome. That's fabulous. So Ida and Jen are our July winners, and Donna and Tara are our June winners, and I will reach out to them and let them know that their gift cards are ready. They can be used electronically. You don't have to come in and pick up a physical gift card. I will give you a code so you can register online with it if that's how you choose to register. But if you do prefer a physical gift card, perhaps you're going to give it away to a friend or something, I can certainly give you a physical gift card as well. So super fun. I just gave myself a paper cut. Yeah, for sure. It is definitely busy here, and it's great to see. All of our camps are oversold. Even I think going into the summer, we only had space in the 2 short weeks where there were holidays, short week in July, short week in August, and both of those filled right up. So our camps sold out this summer, which was fabulous. Incredibly grateful for an amazing summer camp staff team this year, so that and they're killing it. They are making, these kids are having fabulous experiences, getting to create all sorts of stuff that they would never get the opportunity to create. And I'm just overseeing the planning and buying the supplies, and they're doing all the work. I'm coming in occasionally to teach a few things, but they are doing a fabulous job. So that is really wonderful to see. So we're excited to wrap up summer. We have 1 more week this week and then next week for summer camp. And then we will have sort of a week where it's just drop-ins and cleaning. We got to do a lot of cleaning, and we'll do some drop-in crafting that week. So if you're at home with the kids, you've got some time to come and be creative both during the day and in the evening. And then over Labor Day weekend, right after Labor Day weekend is done, then we hit fall full force. Kids art starts, homeschool art starts. We've got a new subscription box coming. We've got retreat announcements coming. We've got some changes happening to the front of the store. It's all going to look very, very different in here and feel different. So we're going to be offering a few different things. So yeah, lots of great announcements coming. Thanks so much for all the hearts and the shares on TikTok. I appreciate it. So yeah, so things are moving along. We can't wait to hit that last quarter of every year is super, super busy. Everyone wants to craft in the fall and moving into Christmas season. And we're super excited to be able to bring some really fun things to you. So yeah, so we will we'll have all of those announcements coming up. And I am going to try and do more live content for you so that you can ask me those questions in real time. So if you're not already following, please make sure you do so. Make sure that you like this video and that you share it out. That helps to get more content into the hands of the people who need it. We're all about positivity and being creative. So if that's up your alley, then join us. I appreciate it. I think that's it. I don't think there was anything else. One last time, the code for tonight is LIVE, L-I-V-E, 1325, and that gets you 25% off anything on the website. So all of the kits, but I'm pretty sure it'll work for classes as well. So if you were holding out for another coupon, there it is for you. So only valid for our live viewers tonight. So we appreciate you, and we will continue to do that. Yeah, every time we go live, and hopefully we'll be able to do it more. So thanks so much for being here one more time. Here is our project for the night, our little sunflower gnome girl. She's going to go into my ladder over there. I will take a still and post it for everybody. So thanks so much for being here. Have a great night. Have a great week, and we will see you again real soon. Thanks. Not you, Addison. You didn't win. Sorry. Sorry, buddy.